Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Evergreen Organic Garden. It's another beautiful day in the land of the living. I welcome you and I greet you specially. Today, I want to share with you what's going on with the tomatoes, the tomato plants. I made a video about 2 weeks ago showing you how I crop grow my tomatoes, how I prune, to maximize good quality harvest and to encourage airflow into the garden. I made a video on that, so it's about 2 weeks now, so I want to share with you again how the tomatoes are doing since then, so you get to see what's happening. So here we are. Let's go. Okay, look at what's going on here. Here are the tomatoes. You can tell they've grown quite a lot since the last time. About 2 weeks ago, I shared a video how I prune and manage my tomato to maximize good quality harvest and to encourage airflow into the garden. So since then, the tomatoes have grown quite a lot. As you can see, look at that. They're growing taller and they have started to set up fruits, which is a good thing. That's what I want to achieve. Here we are with lots of tomatoes, fruits setting out. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Look at that. It's lots of them. It's lots of them. This is what I want to achieve. You see that? You see that? More tomato fruits are coming out. See that? You see that? Wow. Our tomatoes are now setting out fruits. This is what we want to achieve. Like I shared in my previous video, if you want to crop grow your vegetables, or your tomatoes rather, if you want to crop grow your tomatoes, you have to prune your tomatoes regularly. You have to prune your tomato plants regularly. In this garden bed, I have at least 20 or more tomato plants in this small garden. Because I don't have lots of space in my backyard, so the little space I have, I try to maximize, that small space to grow as much, because I have other vegetables in my garden, so I grow a little bit of everything that I enjoy eating. So here we are with this small garden bed with lots of tomato plants. You see that? So that's why I encourage you, if you watch my previous video, I encourage you to prune regularly. You have to prune regularly because tomatoes are vines that want to shoot out their leaves and suckers all over the place. If you don't prune, if you don't manage the tomato, they'll be busy shooting off leaves and suckers. Instead of concentrating their energy in producing fruit, they'll be busy shooting at leaves and suckers. And you don't want this. What you want is tomato harvest. What you want is good quality fruit. So by pruning your tomato, you are sending a message to the tomato to start setting out fruit, to start producing harvest for you, not just shooting at leaves and suckers. So when a tomato plant is busy shooting at leaves and suckers, it takes a toll on the tomato plant, because now it has to make sure it supplies nutrients to all the suckers and leaves that are attached to the plant. But when you prune the tomato regularly by taking all the suckers and leaves that are not needed, you are sending a message to the tomato plant to start producing, to start bringing out tomato fruit, that you don't need all the suckers and leaves. You just want it to produce harvest, produce good quality harvest. So that's what I've been doing. Like I said in my previous videos, I prune every 2 weeks. So today marks it about almost 2 weeks. So I'll be pruning again today, taking out all these leaves that are not needed, taking out all these suckers that are not needed. I'll cut all these off. I will trim them off. So to encourage the tomato to concentrate its energy in setting out more fruit. You have to be on top of these, guys. You have to be on top of this. You have to keep an eye on your tomato plant, especially if you'll be growing lots of tomato in a small space like I did here. Okay, another reason why you should prune your tomatoes regularly is to help keep disease away, is to help keep fungi and tomato disease at bay for some time. I cannot control tomato fungi and disease 100%, no, because tomatoes are very, very susceptible to disease. So it's easy for the fungi and disease to attack the tomatoes. So, but when you prune your tomatoes regularly and by encouraging the tomato to produce fast, as possible, so at least before the fungi and tomato disease will eventually overwhelm the plant, you must have, harvest lots of tomato fruits. So if you check in my previous videos that I've made in the past, you will see how much tomato harvest I have harvested in the past. So this is how I've been doing it. This is the method I've been using to produce more tomato harvest. All I produce are organic food. I do not use pesticide. I do not use chemicals, to spray on my tomato or my vegetables. No, I don't do that because all I grow are organic food, and the only materials that I use to grow my food are the organic materials that nature has provided, like the kitchen scraps, coffee grind, eggshell, dry leaf mulch, grass mulch. All these materials, I bury them in my soil. Over time, they break down and I grow my organic vegetables. So that's how I've been, producing my own food all this while, the organic way. So recently, I introduced another organic material which I bought from the store, and it's organic chicken manure. I bought it from Amazon, which I will show you in a minute, so you get to see. That's the new addition to the garden soil. You see that? It said here, this is for organic gardening, bigger growth and bloom. So this is chicken manure, all natural plant food. So this is the organic material I have introduced into my soil so far, and it's all organic. So that's what's going on in the garden, guys. So if you want to grow your tomatoes, you have to prune your tomato regularly. Like I said, tomatoes are very susceptible to disease. Make sure that there is airflow into the garden. You do this by pruning. Get rid of all the leaves and suckers that are not needed. Keep the area dry. When it rains or when you water, you have no control over that. But at least the only way you can control the disease staying away for some time is by making sure that there's no leaf touching the ground. As you can see, I don't have any leaves, tomato leaves touching the ground. You can see how much space they have. There's no leaves, no sucker touching the ground, so it's free. The tomato plants are all free from leaves touching the ground. So you have to keep this in mind. Prune regularly. Make sure there are no leaves touching the ground. This will help to keep tomato fungi at bay. And this will allow you to harvest, good quality harvest before the fungi eventually overtake the tomatoes. So that's what's going on. On this section of my garden, this tomato plants that I have on this garden bed are all indeterminate tomato, and I have 3 different species of tomatoes in this garden bed. I have Park Whooper, I have German Queen tomato, and I have red beef steak tomato, German Queen tomato, and the Park Whooper tomato. These tomatoes are all indeterminate. They are all indeterminate tomatoes, which are very, very good for sandwich, salad. So if you enjoy eating salads and and sandwich, so you may want to try growing these tomatoes. You'll be glad you did. And their meat can be very, very chunky. So I enjoy growing them a lot every season. So that's what's going on in our garden. So on this side, I have more tomato plants. On this side, what I have is determinate tomato, which is Roma tomato plants. They don't grow as much like these ones that are indeterminate. The indeterminate can grow and grow, as long as the weather is nice and friendly and the disease is not attacking them as much, they will keep growing and keep producing. So that's why they are called indeterminate tomato. If they have room to grow, they will keep growing and keep producing. But the determinate tomato, which is Roma tomato, they don't grow as much, and once they finish producing, running their course, that's it. They will stop producing. That's it. Once they finish producing, that's it. They stop, but they will produce lots of harvest for you. So that's what's going on. And this tomato, Roma tomato plant, I kind of planted them last, So these ones right here, as you can see, I planted them first. So I think they are about 3 weeks, about 3 weeks apart. So these ones I planted first before this one. So they are 3 weeks apart. So that's what's going on in the garden. So just want to share that with you, so you get to see what's going on, to share with you that the tomatoes are now producing tomato fruit. They are setting out fruit. I enjoy eating tomatoes a lot. I make different dishes with tomatoes, and I enjoy drinking tomato juice. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So you see, tomatoes are loaded with all kinds of nutrients and vitamins that your body need to keep you healthy. So I make lots of dishes with tomato, and I drink the juice. When I harvest my tomatoes, I wash my tomato, I clean them very well with vinegar. I slice my tomatoes and I boil the tomato. When I boil the tomato, I extract the juice. I extract the tomato juice. I store them in a container and save in my refrigerator to drink every morning. Oh my goodness gracious. Tomato juice are very, very good for you. They are loaded with all kinds of nutrients, vitamin C, potassium, which is good for your blood pressure, all kinds of nutrients. Tomatoes are loaded with nutrients. So I enjoy my tomatoes a lot. I enjoy it by cooking with it, and I also enjoy my tomatoes by drinking the juice. Nothing goes waste. So do you see the more reason why I don't have to use pesticide or use a spray on my tomatoes? Because this is what I eat. And when you eat organic food, your body absorbs the nutrients better. I always say this in my video. When you eat organic food, your body absorbs the nutrients better. Okay, so I enjoy my tomato by drinking the juice and by using my tomato to cook whatever dish I want to cook with it. So I go organic as much as I can. So it's doable. You can do it if you set your mind to it, guys. You can do it if that's what you want to do. If you don't have much space in your yard, if you have a yard way to produce your own food, you can crop grow your tomatoes. If you are interested in crop growing your tomatoes, like like I did, you can do that. So now I've shown you what you can do, to make it happen is by pruning, encouraging airflow, making sure there's no leaf touching the ground. So this is how you can, maximize good quality harvest. And by growing lots of tomato plants in a small section, you can harvest lots of tomatoes. Isn't that amazing? So that's what's going on in the garden. This is it. This is it. So like I said, all I use in growing my food are all organic material, and recently, like I said, I introduced a new organic materials to my soil, which I purchased from Amazon, and it's organic chicken manure. Everything organic. No synthetic, no artificial fertilizer, all organic. So on this side, I have more tomatoes. By the side of the wall, you see that? These are all indeterminate tomatoes. So look at this one. I'll be staking it today. I need to give it more support. So it's setting out flowers and they are ready to produce. And here I have barrels that I use in catching some rainwater. So if you're gonna be gardening like I'm doing, you will need this. I got this from a junkyard at a very affordable price. So it's helping me a lot with water, so I don't have to use my own water all the time, to water my plants. The water bill can go up, so it's really helping a lot. So here I have more tomatoes. So that's what's going on, guys. That's what's going on. Just want to share this with you. It's doable. You can achieve it if you set your mind to it. You can achieve it. You can achieve it. So like I said, I do not use chemicals. I do not use pesticide. With the tomato being susceptible to fungi and disease, I let nature take its course. So that's why I prune my tomato regularly, to encourage the tomatoes to start producing as fast as possible. Eventually the fungi will take over. There's nothing you can do about it. Let nature take its course. You can win the nature. You can fight nature. So they will eventually catch up. But before then, I must have harvested lots of tomato fruit, So I'll keep doing this, pruning and making sure there's good amount of air coming into the garden. Okay, guys, that's it for today. That's what's going on in the garden. Let's grow some tomatoes. Let's grow some tomatoes. They are good for you. If you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. While you're at it, please hit the like button, hit the notification button so you'll be notified each time I upload new videos. And to you, my returning subscribers, I appreciate you guys a lot. You guys are awesome, amazing. Thank you so much for your support. So go out there, grow the food that you enjoy eating. Grow your own food, be self-sufficient. If you don't have space and you are interested in growing your own food, you can use the planting bags and planting pots. I also use planting bags and planting pots. So I make use of what I can get to grow the food that I enjoy eating. So let's stay healthy. You can do it. I'm rooting for you. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll catch you on my next video. Bye for now.